Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, we are live right here in full effect with the one, the only, the West Coast finest. We got FNGHaze live on the line from California all the way to the north of Canada. Brother, how you doing?
Man, I'm blessed up. Immortal. I appreciate you, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. We're getting a dirty snowstorm down here in Canada, man, so just trying to stay warm and also stay inside.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I hope you and your family, your loved ones, all of your homies out there, and everybody out there stay safe, stay warm, bro. We had a crazy-ass snowstorm out here in Seattle and in Houston, in stateside, so, I've been praying for all my folks out there, too, man. So, you know what I mean?
Hey man, well I'm glad you guys are doing good out there. You know what I mean? Like, it always sucks when you get a snowstorm, man, because you're never really prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like, it could knock out your power, it could not. Man, snowstorms suck. But when you're in Canada, you kind of get used to it after a while.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I totally understand, man. Like, I had the fortune to visit in Canada. I was out there in Toronto a little bit from where you was at, a little ways from where you was at, I should say. And it was beautiful, bro. I came right before summer started, though, and they told me I had some crazy-ass winters out there. So, but for me, bro, in Cali, man, I'm in L.A. off of Los Angeles and shit, bro. It's beautiful weather all the time, bro. Like, I've traveled a lot, and I talked to a lot of people from a lot of places, bro. And they always say L.A. got the best weather, man.
And I gotta ask you, man, when you were actually down here in the Toronto area, man, like, how was your stay in Canada? Like, how did you actually enjoy it?
Bro, I love Toronto, bro. That shit was amazing. I was over there off of York Street at the Strathcona, and it was amazing, bro. Like, I enjoyed my time. I had the Timmy Hoes, the Tim Hortons, for everybody that's out here and don't know what that shit is. It's kind of like a Starbucks or like a fucking Krispy Kreme or some shit. They got the fire donuts or whatever. And it was amazing, bro. The hospitality was dope. I was able to go to one of the Blue Jays games and shoot. And, you know what I'm saying? It was a dope time to be out there, see the CN Tower, all that shit. But I was right in the mix. I was out there smoking weed, all that, bro. It was cool. I had a good time.
Yeah, man, when you said Tim Hortons there, man, that's like crack to us Canadians, man. Like, I don't know, like, for some reason, every Canadian is attracted to Tim Hortons. I don't care who you are, there's something in Tim Hortons you either drink or you eat if you're a Canadian.
Yeah, on God, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. That was when I actually went to fucking, I went to a Raekwon show out there, bro, and I met Jellystone out there. So that's actually how me and Jellystone tapped in, and that shit was just a crazy ass experience. He been solid ever since I locked in with him, man. He a hella cool dude.
And I gotta ask you, man, have you done any projects with Jellystone? Because, like, down here, man, he's a Canadian hip hop legend.
Nah, I actually haven't had the opportunity to work with Jelly yet, man. And I mean, it's crazy that you say he's a hip hop legend because I met him in 2015, and this is before Haze came out. And a lot of people got into Jellystone because of the shit that Drake said about him. He was like, in Jelly speaking truth, I'm happiest when I can buy what I want, get high when I want. He got that record that's a hit out there. And, I was familiar with his work just having ran into him at the fucking event for Raekwon. So, you know what I mean? For me, it was just a dope-ass thing for everything to come full circle. So, I haven't had a chance to work with him yet, but, I look forward to the future, and Bo is always hella cool, too.
But I gotta ask you, man, like, taking you back to the beginning of your career, man, like, what actually inspired and sparked the amazing career of FNGHaze?
I mean, I gotta say, bro, like, really, I've been rapping, man, just like, it's a part of the hip-hop culture, it's a part of street culture, if you grow up, like, in a district, that's what we call, where I'm the community, I'm from the Crenshaw district, man, hip-hop is just infused with it, it's like, it's inseparable, bro. So, just saying that to say, you'll be smoking weed with your homies, what I'm saying? I'm about to spark a fat backwood right now, but you'll be smoking weed with your homies, man, and, you'll throw on an instrumental. Or we was actually from the era where we was rapping over motherfucking songs, bro, so we couldn't really get LimeWire before you could really like get the beats and shit unless you had it like, you know, motherfucker will release the single with the instrumental on the CD or something. It'll be like the single, the explicit version, the clean version, and then the instrumental. We could either only get them instrumentals or the shit off of, really, we were just was rapping on shit. So that was the start of it, and then it just became like more formulaic over time. I started going to the studio and laying shit down and recording songs, and, you know, I just found that my talent is really in creating original songs. I can freestyle, I could do all of it, like, you know, just multi-faceted rapper, but my strong suit is just making bangers, bro, like going in with blank canvases and coming out with heat, you know what I'm saying? So that's the beginning, that's the origin, but, you know, just to speak on career-wise, man, I look forward to doing so much more work, and, you know, I appreciate you for giving me this platform, because you're going to help me expand my reaches from the district all the way over there, you know, to your side of the world, bro, up in Canada, you feel me?
And also, man, as well, you were actually the founder of Focus and Grind Records. I was wondering, man, if you tell us a bit more about your record label, and of course, who's currently signed to you today?
Well, the artist right now that I have signed to me is KD, and we got that record. It's on the flow, and that's a banger right there. So we got some other material that we waiting to release. And Focus and Grind Records is actually, man, it's something that I found it when I was a juvie, bro. Like, I did a little time when I was younger and shit in the halls, and it made me be like, man, you know what, I gotta do something constructive with my life. I can't be going to the penitentiary and shit. So, you know, like I said, bro, the music and the culture, the street culture is inextricably linked. So, you know, I was like, man, who are some of the people that transition from the streets to success? And you look at JB, you look at Master P, you look at, you know, Biggie and shit like that. You look at Nipsey Hussle, and it's like, man, it gotta be music. It's the music for me, you feel me?
And I gotta say as well, when you brought up Nipsey Hussle a few moments ago, man, God bless his soul, man. I gotta say, he was such a talented individual, and he was gone way before his time, man. So, and that incident was absolutely senseless, man. Like, you know, that man had a family, and not only, man, in my personal opinion, he was one of the best hip-hop artists out today. So, just rest in paradise to the late great Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, long live Neighborhood Hustle, man. And, you know, for me, I'm 32, bro, so I'm just a couple of years behind him. I was and being from over here, I was able to really just see his rise, bro. And the thing that really resonates with me about Hustle is he always had a product that he could sell you, whether it was a t-shirt, whether it was the music, whatever the product was, you know what I'm saying? He always had something that he could put in front of you and make sure that he was getting compensated for his services. So that's one of the things that in 2021 going forward that I'm really including and incorporating in my business structure and the focusing on and what we're doing over here too.
And also as well, man, I want to take you back to 2010, man. And I know, judging by the calendar, man, it's crazy. It seems like 2010 was just yesterday. But in 2010, you actually dropped the amazing single, Ordinary. I have to ask you, what's the story behind that phenomenal track?
Oh, shit, you went in your bag, Immortal. Okay, so, man, shout out to my homies over there at True Class and shit. Shout out to the Bros, the Fly Guys, Space Gang, all of that. We used to be over there having crazy ass studio sessions, bro. I'm talking about crazy. It was so wild. We had like 2 camps, or it was really like 3 factions working, 4 factions really working on that motherfucker. It was my team, FNG, and at the time it was me, the Bro Dre, the Bro L, you know what I'm saying? And then it was True Class that was working out of it. That was their home studio. Then the Fly Guy and this other group called Beef, which was Space Gang. We was all working out of that shit. And, you know, I would say, bro, we probably recorded like 30, 40 songs in that, you know, in that span of time that we were all working together. And Ordinary was one of those ones. It was like 3 in the morning. You know, we were like out of weed and shit. And I was just about to go to the store. I think we were smoking extra sweets at that time, go get some swishers and shit. And that's with Dre, my homie Costa Rocco, one of my good friends, man. We go way back and shit. But one of the homies, he played the beat and was like, bro, we gotta get on there. And I don't write, so my writing style is I just go on the beat and I just attack that shit. So that was what I did with that record, and it's actually one of my favorites, man. So I appreciate you for tapping in. My catalog is extensive, bro. I got 100 and something songs, so for you to go back, bro, and really, like, you know, tap in, I appreciate that shit on God. The more you doing your homework, bro.
And I gotta say, man, myself and my team, man, we like to do our homework, you know what I mean? There ain't no generic questions up in this radio station, you know? I make sure that our listeners actually take something away from this interview, you know what I mean? So when they leave, whether they after they leave after the interview, I make sure they learn at least something new from the artist. That's my goal.
Right. I mean, yeah, bro, and I gotta say, shout out to Outlaw Radio, bro. That shit is important, bro, to, like, know the subject of your interview and everything. So I see where you coming from, bro. And, you know, I could tell, bro, after just chopping it up with you and tapping in with you, bro, I know you on top of your shit. You know what I mean? I know your team over at 97.7 Outlaw Radio. Y'all on y'all shit, man.
But I gotta ask you, man, quickly before we move off the topic of Ordinary, man, like, is it still out there for people to stream or purchase today? Because, like, if our listeners haven't heard this, man, I would love for them to, like at least do their due diligence and look it up, man. So, is it still out there?
Hell yeah, Ordinary is definitely still streaming. Shout out to my bro, Costa Rocco. We sat down, we got the split sheets right. It's streaming everywhere. It's produced in the True Cloud Studio, so go cop that. Ordinary, featuring myself and the bro, Costa Rocco, a.k.a. Drip.
So yeah, most definitely, ladies and gentlemen, either you get it or you most definitely regret it. Even if it's 11 years late, who cares? Make sure you snag yourself a copy of that single.
Man, hey, you know what's so crazy about that shit too, bro? You talk about the essence of time. That record is one of them timeless records. When you hear that shit, it's just so gutted and so raw. It's like, damn, wait, did this come out in 2021? And then you find out, like, oh, that motherfucker is a decade old. It's like, damn, that boy's been stepping for a long time. So, you know, yeah.
And also, one thing I gotta ask, man, is like how we got connected was via Trey Boogie, which is also one of the radio station's sponsors. So I know I had to ask this question, but at the same time plug our sponsor, because that's what we're supposed to do. But I gotta ask you, man, like, how did yourself and Trey initially get connected? Like, what's the story behind that?
Man, listen, shout out to the motherfucking bro Trey Boogie out there in San Diego. He run that shit. Let's chop it up, man. I was featured on there, and actually, me and Trey Boogie, we met at this event. Shout out to the homie Sante. He was doing this event. I think it's at Balboa Park down in San Diego. I'm from motherfucking LA, so you know I just traveled down there, popped down there and shit. Hopped on stage, and you know, after every show, bro, I make it a point to talk to everybody, every person that's in the fucking venue. I make sure to talk to them. So when I come out there and I do something for 97.7, just know, bro, the fans is gonna get the most intimate, hyped up, turned up, one of a kind experience, bro. It's nothing like the shit that I'm bringing to the stage. But saying that to say, me and Trey Boogie, you know, I'm working the room and shit. I'm chopping it up with everybody, and me and bro, we just chopped it up real quick, and we got each other Instagram, and you know, he was like, bro, we got to put some shit together. And ever since then, we just been locking in. Like, he sent me some beats one time, and like 30 minutes later, I sent the song back to him done. And then he, you know, he sent me some shit for some music to do a intro to his show. So I did that shit for him, and you know, we just been having a solid working relationship going back and forth. He do a lot of shit for me out there in San Diego as far as like marketing and promotion. So he definitely a part of FNG. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all this shit that Trey Boogie do, and I appreciate him for tapping me in with you, bro.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, Trey's a phenomenal individual, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. He has some really dope clothing, man. I'm telling you. He actually sent me a T-shirt not too long ago, and the material on that is actually absolutely phenomenal, man.
Yeah, bro. Trey Boogie is the GOAT, man. Like, he's your big homie, and he really run that shit down there in Dago. And I mean, you know, that's why I pride myself on the circle of people that I keep around with me professionally, because it's like, we ain't doing no slouching, man. We coming all the way correct with this shit. And at the end of the day, bro, that's what this shit is all about. It's like giving people an experience. It's about accelerating and contributing to the culture and elevating it in a way that the youth and people even before us could take away from and be like, yo, you know what, I learned something from them, or I gleaned something, or I gained something, or even if they didn't gain anything, I felt that energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we in the shit for, and that's what motherfuckers like yourself and Trey Biggie and myself is doing, and that's how we, you know, strengthen in the game, bro. As I smoke this flat out of the backwood, I got you, feel me?
And also, man, on December 30th, 2020, you actually dropped a single. It's on the flow, man, featuring the Kid KD, man. I was wondering, how did yourself and the Kid actually get connected? And of course, where can our listeners actually snag themselves a copy of that single?
Man, so it's on the flow. It's streaming everywhere. That shit is everywhere, man. And, you know, it's really like, I feel like that's one of the records where I'm going to keep it G with you, bro. I have to do some more leg work and get out here and apply some more pressure in these clubs and in the streets, because that record just is too good. Now, I'm saying that to say it's everywhere. So everybody at 97.7, my family over there, you know, all of the listeners up there in Canada, I love y'all, man. I hope y'all bust through the snowstorm all good. But while you're in the house, bro, go run up them streams on that. It's on the flow. And with that said, me and KD, man, that's actually one of my childhood friends, man. I've known that motherfucker for like 25 years. And he one of the ones that I started rapping and shit with. And he one of the ones, like I said, he's definitely an artist in FNG. And not only do I look at him like an artist, I look at him as like a partner, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I trust his opinion on the business, on the music, on the product in a way that we disseminating it to people. So, you know, we came together, we had a studio session, and I hit my nigga Animal up in the music. Shout out to Bo. He over there at the Diner Records, and they really running shit and stepping out here too. And he's a part of the aforementioned group that I talked about. But we had a studio session with Indonesia, and, you know, we were going through some beats, and Indonesia played that It's on the Flow shit, and I think that was the third or fourth song we had done that session, and I was like, oh yeah, we going in on this one, and as soon as we played it, it was crazy. The energy in the room shifted, and then we stepped on that motherfucker. It was crazy, bro. So It's on the Flow, that was something that, you know, dropped that at the end of the year, and I just wanted to come into 2021 real strong. You feel me?
And also, man, speaking of going into 2021 strong, man, on January 27th, you actually dropped the project Most Consistent 2, the Roadrunner Tales, man. I was wondering, can you tell us a bit more about that project? And if so, man, where can we actually snag ourselves a copy? Because I had the opportunity to jam to this, and I gotta say, it is most definitely a 5-star project.
Oh, bro, look, man, you popping your shit, bro. Hey, Immortal, you really popping your shit, bro. I appreciate you for doing your homework. The Most Consistent 2 project, bro, that shit was truly like a labor of love. And it was, so look, this is the thing about that project, bro. I'm going to keep it real with you. I already have some shit that I intended to, like, release for January, you know, to close out January, to go on to February strong. I already had some shit that was done. But I had some personal kind of shit happen where, like, a motherfucker was, like, sneak dissing me on some weird shit. So it kind of, like, changed my energy, you know. And then I was like, fuck that, bro. I'm on some, like, rap, street, go hard, at a motherfucking neck energy, you know. So I did those 3 songs in one setting. It was the 3 a.m. freestyle. It was road running, and it was Stay Balanced. I did that all in one setting. I did that shit like back to back to back. Them 3 songs, knocked that shit out, bro. And you know, that project for me, it means a lot just because the production. Shout out to the door on the production, man. The production is elite, bro. And also, it was one of them projects musically where like I'm in this disposition where I'm not usually at. Like usually musically, bro, I'm making cool shit. I'm making shit like wintertime. I'm making positive music. This music was like some fight music. This was like some UFC hockey game. You feel me? Like the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs knuckle up type of anthem. You feel me? Like it was some shit like that. So that was the energy that really I embodied with that. And I mean, I feel like that most consistent too, like low run that's the shit right there. Go stream that everywhere. My favorite song off of that is 3 a.m. on Floss in the video for that crazy. Shout out to all of the homies for pulling up. And we did that shit in one day. We shot it, I edited it the next day, and we put it out all in like 48 hours.
Hey, I gotta say, man, for something that came out in 48 hours and did all that in 48 hours, man, it's a phenomenal project, man. You were on your Tupac shit.
Oh God, bro. I mean, that's how I work, bro. That's my workflow. Really is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I go to the studio for fucking like 4 hours, bro. I'm trying to leave with like at least 4 or 5 songs, if possible. If everything, if the conditions is perfect, the weed is there already, the food is there already, the engineer is cool, just sitting and locking in, we might be able to do 7 or 8 songs in 4 hours.
I gotta say, man, that's what you call an artist right there, man. You know what I mean? Making that type of quality music in such a short period of time, man. I'm telling you, that's what you call a real MC.
Yeah, you're not lying, bro. That shit real. That shit is real, bro.
But I gotta ask you there, FNG, like, what is next for you, man? Like, because obviously, you know, we just talked about your newest project that dropped a couple months ago, man. But you know, we still have almost a full year left, man. So what is next? And did I miss anything during this interview? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote? What we saw you here live on the Canadian airwaves?
Yo, I just want to say this, man, one time, bro. I want to shout out to my team, Rain and Clover. I want to shout out to KDZ. I want to shout out to my bro, A-Rich. Free my homie Els. I want to say, shout out to my bro P. Shout out to Bird. Shout out to 2T's. Everybody from the district to be showing love. Everybody from the district, period. Shout out to everybody that, you know, been sharpening me as a person, as a human, as a man. You know, shout out to my family, my moms, my bros. You know, it's, for me, man, it really is just important to know, like, I love this music shit, I love this rap shit, bro, and we can all get enough money out of this shit. The money is not really important. The integrity is the important thing, and, you know, I'm a human first, so, you know, I'm passionate about life, and I'm passionate about the shit I do, and music just so happens to be one of my passions. So, slap some FNG shit is what I would say to the people in Canada. And to answer your question, bro, actually, before I even answer your question, I want to say this. Thank you, bro. Thank you for this opportunity, bro. Shout out to Trey Boogie, too, man. I appreciate y'all for this opportunity, man. Y'all was some real motherfuckers, bro, and you know, the kinetic energy that's going to come back to y'all is going to be tenfold for elevating me, bro, because, you know, like, man, I'm inspired, bro, and I be moving, and, you know, I touch a lot of people, you know, in different ways, so, you know, I think that this shit is just going to continue to snowball. But with that said, bro, to answer your question, bro, I got a gang of shit coming, man. I've been thinking about what should my approach be this year. Like last year, I dropped like 10 or 11 mixtapes and shit. And this year, I'm like, man, should I go a single route? Should I go an album route? Should I go a mixtape route? So I got a lot of things in my sleeve. Right now, I'm sitting on about just 30 songs that I've recorded so far this year. I would say like, you know, I would say like of the 30, 20 of them are done. So, you know, you could just start looking out for different singles coming out. I got like 4 videos that I'm sitting on right now that I need to either edit, you know, that I just need to edit. So, you know, I got hella work in the pipeline, bro, and I'm excited about 2021, man. I got a lot of shit going on. imprint in the streets is getting bigger by the day. I just did an event yesterday. I'm faded. I went to an event yesterday and just did hella networking up there. So in Taylor gang within that motherfucker. So, you know, just shout out to the city for, you know, showing me love and embracing me. And shout out to DJ Levine. Shout out DJ Immortal. You know, we out here, man. It's up, bro. For real, for real.
Hey, man, I first and foremost have to say, man, you are most certainly welcome, man. You know, me personally, I love real hip-hop. So when I come across real hip-hop artists that still stride to keep the hip-hop culture alive, man, I'm most definitely going to do my due diligence and bring you guys on, man, because, you know, I mean, there's way too many whack rappers out there that are getting all the spotlight. So I want to be that individual that gives real hip-hop, real MCs like yourself an opportunity to shine.
And I appreciate that too, bro. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I even embrace the weak rappers because I think about it like this, bro. I might be able to learn something or contribute something to them in some way, even if it's not musically. It might even be just as a human. It might be like, hey, bro, actually, this is how you barbecue, or hey, bro, you know, you should look into this investment, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. So, you know, one thing that I would say, bro, and I appreciate you for extending the bridge to me. And one thing that I'm going to do, like you did for me, bro, is continue to extend the bridge for other motherfuckers, because you never know how that shit could impact a person, move a person forward, or help a person grow. You know what I'm saying?
But I gotta ask you though, man, quickly, before we wrap things up, man, like, where can our listeners actually find you? That way they can, you know, shoot you a follow and connect with the one and only FNGHaze.
Man, y'all can find me everywhere, bro. I'm on all social media at FNGHaze. You can go to my website, FNGHaze.com. It's all one word. Or you could just type that shit in and go crazy on Apple Music or Spotify or Twitter or shit, iHeartRadio, whatever streaming platform you on. SoundCloud, however you rock it. Just FNGHaze, all one word. Type that shit in and it's gonna pop right up. You know what I'm saying? My SEO is high right now. You feel me? That search engine optimization shit, that shit high right now. So they can go find me everywhere, bro. All that FNGHaze, man. This shit bigger than the mayor, bro.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, FNG, I appreciate you, man, for just taking the time out of your busy evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. Honestly, man, it was an honor and most definitely a privilege. And I hope down the line, man, we can make this happen again sometime soon.
Man, hell yeah, bro. You know, I'm gonna be definitely tapping in with you. On what part of Canada are you in? Ottawa?
I'm closer to Ottawa, yeah. So I'm about roughly 40-45 minutes from Ottawa. I'm in a little hick town of Prescott, Ontario.
Yeah, you said Prescott?
Prescott, yeah. So it's a really small town. We have about 3,000 people here. But the closest city to us is actually Ottawa. So we're about 40-45 minutes away from Canada's capital.
Look, this is what we gonna do, bro. I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna do a motherfucking show in Prescott, Ontario, bro. And we gonna light that shit up. We gonna do a live show. We gonna do the Q&A panel. And it's gonna be major as fuck, bro. That shit gonna be bigger than a fucking mayor, bro.
Hey, man, you know what? Let's get it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't got a lot of hip-hop out here, really. Like, we have to go to places like Ottawa or Toronto to really get hip-hop, man. So, frig, if you want to come out to Prescott, man, we most definitely can connect the dots and make that a reality.
Hey, bro, you connect the dots, bro, and I'll get the fucking itinerary and be there.
Hey, man, most definitely sounds like a plan.
That's my word. Yep.
But I gotta say, FNG Haze, thank you so much, man, for just taking the time out of your busy evening, man. I hope you have a great night. Most definitely stay safe, but most of all, man, keep in touch.
Man, hell yeah, you too, bro. I appreciate all of y'all over there at 97.7 Outlaw Radio. My bro, DJ Immortal. My name's FNGHaze. Big stepper off the floor from that. Y'all know the shit. Go tap in with me on Apple Music and all of your streaming platforms. My latest shit Let's Chop It Up, and my most recent project is most consistent to the Tales of the Road Runner. Go run that shit up for me. Let's go!
Hey, man, you already know. Thank you so much again, FNG, and have yourself a wonderful night.
I bet. You too, buddy.